Welcome to Forsyth County News Football Media Day. I'm joined by the Pinecrest Paladins.
Number 6, senior Max McCray. Number 52, Joseph Piszczek.
I'm Derek Richmond, the sports reporter for Forsyth County News. This media day is sponsored by Bryant Properties. Today we have an opportunity to dive into the minds of coaches and players on their thoughts and expectations for the upcoming season. To get things rolling, I'm joined by the Pinecrest Paladins head coach Sean Corey. How about you tell us why he chose these specific athletes to represent Pinecrest Academy?
These guys have been with us basically as middle school players all the way through their now their senior season, and we just wanted them to be able to share a little bit of their experience and their story. They've meant a lot to our program as an all-state player and four-year starters and things like that. They've just been huge to us. So.
Now let's talk about last year. Flawless record, put a ring on your finger. What's it going to take for the Pinecrest Academy to match that level of success?
Hard work, right? They've been at it all summer. We started in June, just like everybody else, and we've been working out in the morning, and these guys have really put a ton of effort into preparing in June and now again preparing in July. Our program is doing really well, and we're blessed to be a part of it. And these guys have been a part of that success, like I said, all the way back through middle school. And as we move into this season, one of the things that we kind of harp on with them is the idea that this current team, hasn't won or lost a game. Right? That the team changes every year. And last year's team was great, and we had a great season. And that moment is something we'll always cherish and hold on to. But this team gets to start fresh. And these guys have put in an amazing amount of work this summer to prepare, to try to create their own legacy as a senior class and a team for 2025.
You've been at Pinecrest Academy for a while now. How have you grown as a head coach each season?
I started there as an assistant, so long ago. When I got to come back as the head coach, one of the things that we really tried to establish was our way of doing things, right? Like any head coach would, right? Like we have our certain way of doing things, and our coaching staff bought into those certain ways of doing things. And we've been blessed because we get to have our boys with us, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and then 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. So it's not just something where they come in as freshmen and they're new to us. These guys have been a part of our program, and the kids in our program have been a part of our program for so long that we have this opportunity to say, this is who we are. This is the culture of our team and the work ethic of our team. And for me personally, every year I just try to do it a little bit better, right? What's something that we could have worked on from last year that we can improve on? Like I said before, we were blessed with a great season last year, but there's always things to improve on for me personally as a coach, and then for us as a coaching staff to try to give the boys the best possible opportunity to be successful, not just in our 12-0 season, but to be successful as men in our school building, and then to be successful as men as they move on. And so we just focus on those things. We just focus on taking care of each other and working hard for each other.
Let's go to the players. What can the Pinecrest Paladins fans expect from you guys this season?
Expect some winning, some shutdown defense. I feel like that's where our specialty lies, is in our defense, especially this year as well. We kept most of our front-end defensive players. We lost a few key ones, but I think we'll make up for it. But expect some low scores from the other teams, I feel. And I feel like that's how we'll get the upper hand or the advantage over the other teams as well.
Well, I mean, our players are fast. Like, we can keep up. We're always to the ball. I mean, it's hard to really run through someone when there's 5 or 6 other guys. You can't really do a 1 versus 6 unless you're in the NFL or something like that. But I mean, I think as a team we've been working real hard all summer, and I think we're all just ready to play.
You said the team is fast. Who's the fastest on the team?
I don't know. We haven't really seen that yet. We might need to try that out sometime soon at practice.
Now, what can we expect from the defense this year? Obviously, you guys spoke that on quite a while, want to shut people out, but what is the main focus on the defense? Do you guys have a specific model you guys go by?
I'd say the main thing that we stick to, the main thing we focus on is containment up front, and we're a run-first defense, obviously, but the containment is first. We can't go too far upfield. We can't let the QB sneak through. We struggled with that a little last year. I feel we went too far upfield and we let some scrambles get by for a lot of yards. But Expect some TFLs for sure from our defense. That's where I feel we're best is up front for sure. But we do have some speed demons to make up for all the wide receivers and all the fast people.
Definitely. I think our defense, especially our secondary, I think they can keep up with receivers, and I think our D-line can just get after it. We've been working really hard. Same with the linebackers in general, just the entire defense and offense. We've just been working hard.
Now for Coach Corey, is there an essential thing you guys been working on this season? You talked about you want to grow every year, but is there a specific thing you guys worked on this year, this offseason?
In general, the biggest thing that we've been working on is basically how to finish, right? To practice fast. So we've been trying to pick up the pace in which we practice, pick up our pace in which we get our reps in, pick up the pace for sure in the weight room, and make sure that we finish through every single thing that we do. And so part of it is just that hustle. And that's the mentality that Coach Gliotta kind of brings to our defense, trying to get these guys. Is Max is right. The idea is that everybody's around the ball every single play. Well, that takes effort, right? And sometimes that can become exhausting when you're chasing guys constantly, trying to run around. But if we get everybody to the ball, it makes it harder for the ball carrier to get free. So that finish aspect is something that we really, really harped on this year, that we hustle through every drill, every rep in practice, and everything we did in the weight room.
I would like to know, and also obviously the fans would like to know, is there any new faces that's going to catch you's eyes, or is it going to be like a player that make a leap from improvement to see the field more? We are blessed this year to have quite a few returners. Right, Max and Joseph being two returners, Riker Marsh returning as an offensive lineman, Mateo Snyder and Colton Riley returning as defensive ends. We do have some new faces. We'll have some new faces in the secondary with Johnny and Peter and those guys, graduating and moving on. We will have some new faces in the secondary. Jake Miller has really come a long way. Now he was a starter for us, quite a bit last year at corner 2, and he continues to improve, which is pretty awesome. You'll see Michael Lynch, Johnny's little brother. You'll see Michael Lynch in the secondary some too. And I mean, you've seen Michael, right? He's a 6'6" kid at safety, so he's kind of hard to miss. So we see all of those guys. But I really believe, even depth-wise, our guys have just they've put in all of them, from the freshman guys that are new to us to the senior guys that have been around. They really just have put in a lot of work, and they really seem to believe in what we're doing, and they really seem to believe in each other. So we'll see. You guys are ranked #1 in Forsyth County points, putting points on the board. Can we expect any trick plays from you guys this year? We kind of stick to the basics. We just, we feel like we have a very good option run attack with our passing game. Our read option, offers us, 3 plays in 1 in a lot of different places. We don't really have any trick plays, I guess you would say. There may be a time here or there where we feel like we could take advantage of a certain defense or a certain front or a certain scheme that we might put something like that in, but that's not, we just kind of stick to the fundamentals of our offense and defense. Now for the players, is there a particular game you guys have circled on the calendar?
Yes, indeed. I do have a game, or a team, I guess, Unity. I'm definitely excited to play them again. They seemed pretty pumped to play us both times that they played us last year, and it seems that we had a target on our back that year, and we won the state championship. So I feel as if we're gonna have an even bigger target on our back now. So it'll be a really good game, I feel.
I don't really have any team that I'm looking like to. I think that just taking it week by week, scouting, preparing for each team that we have to face. I think that's all we got to do.
Now, let's say you guys beat a team, for example, Unity Christian. What's the best place to go eat after that big win?
Ooh. The Buffalo place with the big bash wings, where it's all you can eat. That's and I don't think it's Buffalo Wild Wings. I think
Buffalo
it's Buffalo yeah.
What about you?
I'm a big Waffle House guy, through and through. That's always the spot, open 24/7. So it's always nice to go there after a game, get some food in.
What about you, Coach Corey?
The whole coaching staff, when we're done, we usually go to Taco Mac. Okay. So that's kind of the place that the guys like to go, and so that's where we go hang out after. Now, let's talk about you and your coaching staff. What goals have you guys set in place to make sure you have a great year? So coaching-wise, we just want to be the best prepared coaching staff that we possibly can, right? They're counting on us. They need the information that we can provide to them. We're blessed that we have a ton of very smart student athletes on our school, so we can do quite a few creative things, especially defensively, and our job is to be as prepared as possible to make sure that we get that game plan to them, right? It doesn't do us any good to tell them if they don't understand what we're asking. So our biggest goal is just to have a plan that's very executable for the guys to be able to be fast and play fast and run to the ball.
Nah, I asked you guys who's the fastest on the team. Who do you guys have the most swag on the team?
I'm gonna go with Jake Miller. I'm gonna go with Jake Miller.
I'm going to go with Jake Miller as well.
Oh, wow.
Jake Miller does have the best.
We're both going to go with Jake Miller. Jake Miller has the most swag, for sure.
Now, I know you guys got new helmets, but let's say, and obviously new uniforms a couple years ago, but let's say Coach give you guys an option to pick a new uniforms. Maybe, for example, like NFL picking color rush or revamping their old uniforms. How would you guys' uniforms look like?
If we could, if we had like, I don't think we could do more color rush than our white, though. Like, if we had a way to make it more white out, I feel that would be even cooler. But the new cleats that the linemen have this year, that would be really cool with the white out. Okay. So, that.
I'm always a big fan of the blackout. I miss our old black Nike jerseys. So, if we could get those would be pretty nice. I would enjoy those.
All right, Coach, you heard your players. Maybe you need to do some booster club to get some new jerseys coming in. All right, Coach, let's say game on the line, score a touchdown. You go for the 2-point conversion, or you kick in a field goal and hoping the best for overtime. Put you on the spot.
No, we'll go for 2 most of the time. We like to take some risks. Again, that just goes back to confidence in our guys to execute what we need to. Oddly enough, it may sound strange, but in some of those situations too, I tend to take input from them. That was part of the cool part last year, even with Matt Mitchell as our quarterback, is if he thought something or felt something, or these guys would come to me and, hey, I really can block this. I just trust them, right? And I think that trust really matters, that they feel like they can. There's certain things they can execute in certain situations, and I'm not afraid to take the risk. Okay. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up Pinecrest Academy Football Media Day. I'm Derek Richmond, the sports reporter for Forsyth County News. Before we sign off, I want to give a thanks to our sponsors, Andy Chevrolet, Los Rios Mexican Restaurant, Los Rios Mexican Cantina, and Poppin for letting us film this year's Football Media Day. We're signing out.